Chosen one, you cannot afford to waste another day. Time is slipping through your fingers, and heaven is watching to see if you will rise or remain stuck where you are. This is not just another message. This is your divine alarm clock, a wake-up call from above. There are parts inside you that you have ignored for far too long, hidden parts that carry residue, stains, and poison. They have slowed your progress. They have blocked your blessings. And every day you delay, the chains grow tighter. If you delay, you lose. If you act, you rise. It is that urgent. It is that serious. This message is not for everyone. It is not for the casual listener. It is not for the ones who wander aimlessly. It is for you, the chosen one, the one who was marked by trials, tested in storms, and yet refused to fall. You already know deep inside that you were created for more. And now, heaven demands that you clean these hidden parts. Because when you do, the floodgates will open, the breakthroughs will rush in, and everything you've prayed for will finally begin to manifest. Chosen one, if this message finds you, it is not by chance. You were led here for a reason, and heaven does not waste divine appointments. Right now, I want you to take a bold step of faith. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and declare your readiness by typing "I'm ready" in the comments. This is not just engagement. This is alignment. This is your public declaration that you belong to the tribe of the chosen. Stand with others who are rising. Do not delay. Do it now. Chosen one, you have carried a weight that many could not survive. You are not ordinary. You are not average. You have been set apart, marked by trials that were never meant to destroy you, but to prove who you are. You have walked through storms others would have drowned in. You have endured betrayals that could have crushed your spirit. You have faced rejection that cut deep into your soul. And yet, you are still here. You are still standing. You have been misunderstood, mocked, and underestimated. People have looked at you and assumed weakness, but what they never saw was the fire burning inside you. What they never realized was that every attack, every setback, every lonely night was shaping you into something greater. You have been singled out by God, not punished, but prepared, not forgotten, but chosen. And that is why this message has found you today. But hear me clearly. Being chosen does not mean the journey ends here. You cannot stop at survival. You cannot settle for barely making it. There are parts within you that still carry residue from the battles you've fought. Dust that has settled in the corners of your heart. Poison that lingers in the shadows of your mind. And as long as those hidden parts remain unclean, your breakthrough will remain delayed. This is not about cleaning your home or washing your body. This is not physical. This is deeper. This is about cleansing your spirit, purifying your emotions, and renewing your mind. Because heaven cannot pour fresh oil into a vessel that is still polluted with yesterday's toxins. You cannot carry bitterness into your next season. You cannot carry fear into your promised land. You cannot carry confusion into your destiny. These parts must be addressed. These parts must be cleansed. There are weights you've grown used to carrying, but they are slowing you down. There are thoughts you've allowed to repeat in your mind, but they are poisoning your faith. There are wounds you've buried deep, but they are quietly choking your growth. And until these hidden parts are dealt with, your prayers will feel unanswered, your path will feel blocked, and your spirit will feel heavy. This is not casual advice. This is not motivational talk. This is urgent revelation, a divine message, sent at the right time to shake you awake and to set you free. If you hear these words and something inside you stirs, it is because heaven is confirming this truth directly to your spirit. You were not meant to live bound. You were not meant to live delayed. You were not meant to live beneath your calling. Chosen one, before this video ends, you will know exactly what must be cleaned. You will know the specific parts that have been holding you back, the places inside you that heaven is demanding be purified. And once you act, once you obey, the shift will be undeniable. Doors will open, chains will break, and the life that has felt so close yet out of reach will finally begin to manifest. Chosen one, listen closely. The first thing heaven demands of you is this: Your heart must be cleansed. Your heart has carried wounds, betrayals, bitterness, and anger that you have hidden away. You told yourself you moved on, but deep down, the residue remains. Your heart carries residue, and residue becomes a barrier. It keeps you from fully receiving love, from fully trusting, from fully embracing the blessings that are waiting for you. You cannot carry resentment into your next season. You cannot carry unforgiveness into your breakthrough. That is why the cleansing must begin here, because an unclean heart poisons every part of your life. It affects your relationships, your prayers, your peace, even your health. The heaviness you sometimes feel for no reason is not random. It is the residue of an unclean heart. The second thing, your mind must be cleansed. Over the years, lies have been planted in your thoughts. Lies from people who said you weren't enough. Lies from your past mistakes that whispered you'd never recover. Lies from the enemy himself telling you that you will fail, that you will never rise, that you are forgotten. And whether you realized it or not, those lies began to echo. They became patterns. They shaped the way you saw yourself. Your mind carries lies. And those lies distort your vision. They make you doubt when you should believe. They make you hesitate when you should act. They make you shrink back when you should rise. Every destiny that was delayed, every blessing that felt unreachable, was not because God forgot you, but because your mind was clouded. When your thoughts are polluted, your faith is weakened. When your faith is weakened, your prayers lose their fire. The third thing, your soul must be cleansed. This is the deepest part of you, the eternal part. Your soul carries chains, chains from past traumas, chains from generational cycles, chains from things you did not choose but inherited. And as long as your soul is chained, you will always feel like something invisible is holding you back. Have you ever felt it? That invisible resistance, that sense that no matter how much you try, something keeps pulling you down. That is not your imagination. That is the weight of a soul that needs cleansing. This is why your prayers felt delayed. This is why doors stayed shut. This is why opportunities slipped through your fingers. It was never because God said no. It was because something inside you was not yet clean enough to hold what He was sending. Blessings require capacity, and unclean parts shrink your capacity. Look at Moses. He was chosen, but his anger, his unclean heart, cost him entry into the promised land. Look at Joseph. He was chosen, but until his heart released the pain of betrayal, he could not fully rise to forgive his brothers and step into his destiny. Look at David. He was chosen, but when his heart became entangled with sin, the consequences shook his kingdom. Even the greatest among the chosen had to face the demand of cleansing, and so do you. Do not take this lightly. Do not dismiss this moment. You are at a turning point. If you choose cleansing, you step into clarity, healing, and divine acceleration. Your prayers will no longer feel stuck. Your path will no longer feel blocked. You will hear God's voice clearer. You will see doors open that were once sealed. You will feel a freedom you have never known before. The heart, the mind, the soul, 3 parts, 3 doors, and until they are purified, your destiny will remain locked. But once they are cleansed, nothing can stop what heaven is about to release. Chosen one, I need you to feel the urgency. This is not about tomorrow. This is not about when you feel ready. Every delay is dangerous. Every day you carry residue in your heart, lies in your mind, or chains in your soul. You lose ground. And heaven is saying now, clean it now, do not wait. Your cleansing is the key to your elevation. Your cleansing is the bridge to your breakthrough. Your cleansing is the preparation for your promise. When you cleanse these parts, healing will flow like water. Blessings will pour like rain. Acceleration will sweep you forward faster than you thought possible. But listen closely. As urgent as this is only the beginning. What I have revealed to you now is the surface. There are deeper things, hidden parts, even beyond your heart, your mind, and your soul. And before this message ends, those deeper things will be revealed. There is more, something deeper you must face. Chosen one, now that the revelation has been made clear, you cannot sit back and do nothing. Heaven is demanding immediate action. This is not for tomorrow. This is not for next week. This is for today. Because every day you delay, blessings slip through your fingers. Every day you wait, darkness reclaims territory in your life, and you cannot afford that anymore. Let's begin with your heart. The first step to cleansing your heart is forgiveness. You must release those who have wronged you, even if they never apologized, even if they never admitted what they did. Forgiveness is not about setting them free. It is about setting yourself free. Bitterness is poison, and it eats away at your heart until nothing good can grow there. So right now, speak these words aloud. I release every person who wounded me. I choose freedom over bitterness. I choose peace over pain. Write down the names, the memories, the betrayals that still sting, and declare them released. Burn the paper if you must, but do not let unforgiveness stay another day. Now your mind has been filled with lies, and those lies must be silenced. You cannot afford to let toxic voices dictate your future. Silence the inner critic. Silence the enemy's whispers. Silence the echoes of people who doubted you. Replace those lies with divine truths. Every morning, declare who you are. I am chosen. I am set apart. I am strong. I am not forgotten. I will rise. Speak it until your mind believes it. Write it down and read it until your faith ignites. When a toxic thought enters, confront it with truth. When doubt whispers, speak louder than the doubt. This is how you cleanse the mind, by replacing poison with power, lies with truth, darkness with light, and then your soul, the deepest cleansing. This requires alignment with heaven, prayer, fasting, true surrender. Your soul has carried chains for too long, but chains break in the presence of God. Begin your mornings with prayer that is raw, honest, and surrendered. Not polished words, but real words. Tell God what still hurts. Tell Him where you feel bound. Invite Him to cleanse what you cannot reach. Dedicate time to fasting, not just from food, but from distractions, from social noise, from anything that clouds your spirit. Create sacred space where you can align your soul with heaven's frequency. Do not underestimate the power of nightly cleansing. Before you sleep, speak release over your day. I let go of every offense. I release every weight. I cover my mind and my heart in peace. This simple practice disarms the enemy who waits to sow heaviness in your sleep. Instead of carrying burdens into tomorrow, you end each day cleansed and renewed. There is another step you must not neglect. Write down what you need to release. The act of writing brings clarity. It forces your heart, your mind, and your soul to face what you've ignored. Make a list of what weighs you down: fear, anger, toxic habits, unhealthy connections. And once it's written, do not hold it anymore. Tear it, burn it, release it as a declaration that it no longer controls you. I need you to feel the urgency of this moment. This is not optional, chosen one. This is survival. If you keep bitterness in your heart, it will poison your future. If you keep lies in your mind, they will sabotage your destiny. If you keep chains on your soul, they will drag you back into cycles you fought so hard to escape. You cannot afford delay. Heaven is watching. Destiny is waiting. Your cleansing must begin today. So here is your action plan. Each morning, begin with declarations. Out loud, boldly, declare who you are and what you are becoming. Silence lies before they speak. Throughout the day, be aware of your thoughts. When negativity creeps in, stop it immediately. Replace it with truth. Protect your mind like it is the gateway to your destiny, because it is. Each evening, cleanse your heart. Forgive daily. Release offenses quickly. Speak peace over your spirit before you close your eyes. And once a week, dedicate a time of fasting, a time to realign your soul, to break chains you cannot see. Pray deeply. Let your tears be cleansing. Let your surrender be your strength. Chosen one, this is the path to freedom. This is the way to open the locked doors that have stood before. You do it today, not tomorrow, not later, right now. Every moment matters. Every action shifts the atmosphere. And when you obey, heaven responds. Chosen one, let me tell you a story. Because revelation without a testimony can feel distant. I want you to feel this, to see yourself in my journey. There was a time in my life when I carried anger so deep, it poisoned everything I touched. I smiled on the outside, but inside I was heavy, bitter, and broken. People thought I was fine, but they couldn't see the storm raging in my heart. And truth be told, I didn't want them to see it. It started with betrayal. Someone I trusted deeply turned against me. They lied. They humiliated me. And instead of confronting it in a healthy way, I buried it. But buried anger does not disappear. It grows. It spreads. It begins to infect every part of you. I noticed it first in my relationships. Even with people who loved me, I couldn't trust them. Every word felt like a threat. Every silence felt like judgment. My heart was a battlefield, and I was losing. Then it crept into my mind. I couldn't think clearly. My thoughts were clouded with suspicion, doubt, and shame. I replayed conversations over and over, twisting them, analyzing them, hearing lies that were never even spoken. Nights were the worst, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, unable to sleep, because the noise in my head wouldn't stop, and my soul was chained. I went through the motions of faith, but I felt distant from God. My prayers were dry. My worship was empty. I asked God, why don't I feel you anymore? Why don't I hear you? But deep down, I knew. It wasn't that God left me. It was that my heart, my mind, and my soul were too heavy, too dirty, too poisoned for me to receive him. I almost lost everything. My peace, my relationships, even my purpose. There were days I wanted to give up completely. Days I thought, maybe I'm not really chosen. Maybe I'm too broken. Maybe God passed me by. Until the day everything shifted. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't in a church service. It wasn't with thunder or lightning. It was quiet. I was sitting alone, staring at the mess of my life, and I heard the still, small voice inside me whisper, "Release it." At first, I resisted. Release. What? You don't know what they did to me. You don't know how bad it hurt. But the voice came again, gentle yet firm. Release it. That day, I picked up a notebook and wrote down every name, every memory, every wound that still burned. I cried as I wrote. My hands shook. It felt like I was pouring poison out of my soul, one drop at a time. And when I finished, I prayed over that paper. God, I release them. I forgive them. Not because they deserve it, but because I refuse to carry this poison anymore. And I tore that paper into pieces. That was the beginning of my cleansing. I started small. Each morning, I spoke words over myself, words I didn't even fully believe at first. I am chosen. I am healed. I am loved. I am free. And slowly, my mind began to shift. Lies lost their power. My thoughts became clearer. My nights became quieter. I started practicing nightly release. Before bed, I prayed, God, I release every offense from today. I lay down every burden. Cleanse my heart. Renew my mind. Restore my soul. And I cannot explain it, but I began waking up lighter. Hope returned where heaviness once lived. And then something happened that I never expected. Doors that had been closed for years started to open. Opportunities I thought were gone forever suddenly reappeared. People I thought had forgotten me reached out. Clarity came where confusion had reigned. And most of all, I felt God again, closer than he had ever been. It wasn't because he suddenly came near. It was because the walls I had built with bitterness, lies, and chains had finally been torn down. Chosen one. I share this with you because I know you've felt the same. You've carried pain that no one sees. You've smiled on the outside while breaking on the inside. You've wondered why blessings seem delayed, why doors stay shut, why prayers feel empty. And the answer may not be that God has withheld. It may be that your heart, your mind, and your soul are in need of cleansing. I almost lost everything. I almost gave up. But when I chose cleansing, everything changed. Hear me clearly. When I cleansed these parts. Doors opened I thought were sealed forever. Healing came where I thought scars would last a lifetime. Purpose returned where I thought it was buried. And peace like I had never known, flooded my life. That same transformation is waiting for you, but it begins with a choice. A decision to cleanse, to release, to align. And once you do, you'll look back at this moment and say, that was the turning point. That was the day everything shifted. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Cleansing is not only internal, it is also external. It is not enough to clean your heart, your mind, and your soul if the environment you live in is poisoned. Because the truth is simple, what surrounds you shapes what flows through you. There are hidden parts of your life that you have overlooked. They seem small, harmless, even normal, but they are carrying weight. They are carrying dust. They are carrying poison. These parts must be cleansed, or they will contaminate your spirit. The first part is your relationships. Look closely at the people around you. Not everyone who smiles at you is for you. Not everyone who walks with you is walking in the same direction. Some are draining you. Some are distracting you. Some are disguising themselves as friends, while their energy is working against your destiny. You cannot rise if you are chained to the wrong company. Clean your circle. Clean your circle. Clean your circle. Every conversation is a seed. Every interaction plants something inside you. Faith or doubt, love or fear, clarity or confusion. If you keep drinking from a poisoned well, you cannot expect to be healed. This is why you feel heavy after certain calls. This is why you feel small after being around certain people. Their words, their energy, their spirit, they are contaminating your atmosphere. And God is saying, cut it off, release it, step away. The second hidden part is your habits. You cannot carry destructive patterns into a new season and expect a different outcome. Every cycle you refuse to break becomes a chain that binds you. Habits of procrastination, habits of self-sabotage, habits of secrecy and compromise. These are not just actions, they are spiritual blockages. Clean your patterns, clean your patterns, clean your patterns. You know the cycles that keep repeating, the same mistakes, the same addictions, the same late-night decisions that leave you in shame the next morning. These are not small. These are not harmless. They are delaying your destiny. And every day you allow them to remain, you are surrendering blessings that were meant for you. The third hidden part is your atmosphere, your home, your space, the environment you wake up in and sleep in every day. What fills it? Clutter, disorder, darkness? Understand this. God cannot bless where there is disorder. Favor is attracted to order. Breakthrough is drawn to alignment. Clean your space. Clean your space. Clean your space. Some of you live in physical clutter that mirrors your inner clutter. Piles of things you refuse to let go. Rooms filled with dust, untouched for months. Objects tied to memories of pain, betrayal, or sin that you still keep around. These things carry energy. They carry reminders. They carry weight. And until you cleanse your atmosphere, your spirit will always feel heavy. Chosen one, I must speak this with urgency. Every day you allow clutter, poison, or toxicity to remain in your circle, in your patterns, in your space. You are delaying your destiny. This is not casual advice. This is divine instruction. Do not ignore the nudge to clean. Do not silence the whisper that tells you to release. Do not justify keeping what God has told you to remove, because the longer you hold on, the longer your blessing waits. God is ready to release favor. Heaven is prepared to open doors, but there is a principle you cannot escape. Order invites favor. Disorder repels it. When your circle is pure, the right people will appear. When your patterns are aligned, new strength will rise. When your atmosphere is cleansed, peace will dwell there. This is why some of you have felt resistance even after praying, fasting, seeking God. It is not that your prayers were unheard. It is that your atmosphere was not prepared. The blessing was sent, but the environment could not hold it. Think of it like this. If rain falls on polluted water, the pollution spreads. But if rain falls on clear water, it multiplies life. God will not send divine rain where it will be wasted. He waits for you to cleanse the container. Chosen one, I am speaking this over you now. Clean your circle, clean your patterns, clean your space. Do not delay, do not wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is not promised, and every delay costs you blessings. This is not punishment, this is protection, this is preparation. God is not trying to take something from you, He is trying to make room for what He is sending to you, but He will not pour fresh oil into dirty vessels. Hear me again. God cannot bless where there is disorder, but the moment you align, the moment you cleanse, the moment you release, favor flows. Breakthrough comes. Acceleration begins, and here is the promise. What you are about to walk into will not just replace what you release, it will exceed it. For every toxic connection you cut, God will send divine alignments. For every destructive habit you break, He will plant holy discipline. For every heavy atmosphere you cleanse, He will fill your space with His presence. This is the exchange. This is the divine principle. Cleansing precedes blessing. Order precedes overflow. Alignment precedes acceleration. Chosen one, your future is waiting. Your destiny is ready. Heaven is positioned. The only question is, will you cleanse what God is asking you to cleanse? Do it now. Do it today. Because the next season of your life depends on it. Chosen one, let me paint the picture of what happens when you obey. When you cleanse the heart, the mind, the soul, the circle, the patterns, and the space, your life begins to shift in ways you cannot imagine. The first thing you will feel is peace. True peace. The kind of peace that quiets the storms inside you. The heaviness you carried for years will lift. The voices of fear and doubt will fade. You will finally breathe freely. You will finally sleep without heaviness. You will wake with joy, not the temporary happiness the world offers, but lasting, unshakable joy that comes only from alignment with God. Next comes clarity. For so long you've wrestled with confusion. You've asked yourself, why am I here? What is my purpose? Why do doors keep closing? That fog will disappear when you cleanse. You hear clearly, you see clearly, you know which way to go. God's voice will no longer sound distant, it will guide you daily. Decisions that once felt impossible will suddenly be simple, because your spirit will be tuned to His direction. And then the breakthroughs. Not just one, but in every area of your life. Financial breakthroughs, emotional breakthroughs, spiritual breakthroughs. Where there was blockage, there will be flow. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. The very prayers you thought were denied will suddenly manifest, because now the vessel is ready to receive. Imagine walking into opportunities you never thought possible. Imagine doors opening that had been locked for years. Imagine connections appearing at the exact moment you need them. This is what cleansing unlocks. It does not just change you, it changes the atmosphere around you. Chosen one, understand this. Your rise will not be quiet. The very people who mocked you will witness your breakthrough. The very voices that doubted you will see your transformation. Those who whispered behind your back will not be able to deny what God has done in your life. Your testimony will not just be for you, it will be a sign to others that obedience brings elevation. But here is the truth, it is not for everyone. Not everyone will endure this cleansing. Not everyone will let go of what poisons them. Not everyone will face the pain of releasing what they've grown attached to. That is why you are the chosen, because you are strong enough to do what others refuse to do, because you are obedient enough to walk the narrow path, because you have been marked for more. This is not easy. I will not pretend it is. Cleansing hurts. Releasing relationships feels like tearing away pieces of yourself. Breaking habits feels like fighting against chains that want to stay wrapped around you. Removing clutter from your space feels exhausting. But hear me, every ounce of pain is worth it, because what waits on the other side makes every sacrifice look small. Do not think for a moment that God has called you to cleanse only to leave you empty. No, He is preparing you for overflow. He is making room for blessings you cannot contain. And when they come, You will understand why it had to hurt. You will understand why you had to let go. You will understand why you had to walk away from certain people and certain patterns. Chosen one, blessings are near, closer than you realize. They are standing at the door, waiting for alignment. And alignment comes through cleansing. This is why you cannot delay. Every day matters. Every decision matters. Every choice to obey or disobey affects the timing of your destiny. And here is the final truth. You will not just survive this cleansing. You will emerge stronger, brighter, and more powerful than you ever imagined. Your faith will be unshakable. Your heart will be light. Your mind will be sharp. Your soul will be free. You will walk into rooms with authority. You will speak, and atmospheres will shift. You will carry a presence that others cannot explain, but cannot ignore. This is the after picture. This is what obedience births: peace, clarity, breakthrough, transformation, acceleration, and the undeniable mark of favor. It will be painful, yes, but it will be worth it, 1,000 times worth it. Chosen one, your cleansing is the doorway to your destiny. Do not close the door, step through it, and when you do, you will look back and say, every tear was worth it, every loss was worth it, every sacrifice was worth it, because what is waiting for you is greater than anything you've ever lost. Chosen one, revelation without application is wasted. God does not just reveal so you can feel inspired for a moment. He reveals so you can act, so you can align, so you can walk into destiny. That's why I am about to give you a clear, practical plan. A step-by-step path to cleansing. A 7-day challenge that will shift your spirit, your mind, and your atmosphere forever. Every day you delay, darkness regains ground. But every day you obey, light advances. This is why you must begin today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. For the first 2 days, focus on your heart. Begin each morning in prayer. Ask God to search your heart, to reveal hidden bitterness, hidden anger, hidden wounds. Speak aloud. I release all who have hurt me. I forgive, even if they never say sorry. I choose freedom over bitterness. During the day, write down the names of those you still carry pain toward. Do not just think it, write it. Then declare over that paper, I release you. You no longer hold me captive. In the evening, pray again, asking God to replace every root of bitterness with peace. Sleep in forgiveness. Rest in freedom. Next, your mind. These 2 days are about silencing lies and replacing them with truth. In the morning, declare, I have the mind of Christ. My thoughts are pure. My mind is clear. At midday, cut off distractions. Put your phone away. Step outside if you must. Create silence, because clarity comes in stillness. Use that silence to reaffirm your purpose. Write 1 sentence about who you are and why you are here. Repeat it until it sinks deep. At night, cleanse your thoughts before sleep. Write down every anxious thought, every fear, every doubt. Then, in prayer, say, I release these to you, Lord. My mind will not carry them into tomorrow. Go to bed in peace, not in worry. This day requires depth. The soul carries the deepest chains. Begin the morning with prayer and fasting, even if only for half a day. Say, Lord, align my soul with your will. Remove any chain, any darkness, any burden that does not belong to me. Throughout the day, listen only to what feeds your spirit. Scripture, worship, stillness. Avoid anything that pollutes. Music, shows, conversations that pull you down. Let your soul breathe purity. In the evening, pray a cleansing prayer. I break every chain. I release every weight. My soul is aligned with heaven. End the day in worship, not in worry. This is the most difficult day for many, but also the most freeing. In the morning, pray, God, reveal who belongs in my life and who must be released. Then, pay attention. Throughout the day, you will feel nudges. Certain names will come to mind. Certain relationships will feel heavy. At midday, write down the people in your circle. Ask yourself, do they lift me or drain me? Do they point me toward God or pull me away? Do they water my purpose or poison it? In the evening, Take action. Make a choice. Block numbers if you must. Step back from toxic ties. Write messages of closure if needed. This is not cruelty. This is cleansing. You cannot carry dead weight into destiny. The final day is about your space, your atmosphere. Wake up early. Look around your room, your home, your environment. What needs to go? Old clothes tied to past seasons? Objects tied to painful memories? Clutter that holds no purpose? Remove it. Spend the day cleaning, rearranging, releasing. Play worship music as you do. Declare aloud, this space is holy. This space is filled with peace. Darkness cannot dwell here. By evening, your atmosphere will feel different, lighter, clearer, aligned. Before bed, pray, Lord, bless this space. Let your presence dwell here always. Sleep in an atmosphere of peace. Chosen one, this 7-day challenge is not optional. It is survival. Every day matters. Every action counts. This is how you cleanse. This is how you align. This is how you unlock destiny. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Begin today. Because every day you delay, darkness regains ground. But every day you obey, you rise higher. You walk freer. You draw closer to the blessings prepared for you. Obey this challenge. Walk it out step by step. And when you finish these 7 days, you will not be the same. You will look in the mirror and see a lighter heart, a clearer mind, a free soul, stronger relationships, and a pure environment. You will feel the shift. You will see the change. You will know you are cleansed. Chosen one, you have heard the message. You have felt the weight of it in your spirit. This is not just another word. This is not casual advice. This is revelation. This is divine instruction. This is life or death for your destiny. You are the chosen one, marked, set apart, called for something greater than ordinary. That's why the trials have been so heavy. That's why the storms have been so fierce. That's why the attacks have been relentless. Because the enemy knew what you carry. He knew what is inside you. And his greatest fear is you rising into your full identity. But now you know. Now you see the hidden parts, the heart that needed cleansing, the mind that needed renewal, the soul that carried chains, the circle that carried poison, the habits that blocked destiny, the environment that held heaviness. Every part that weighed you down has been exposed. And now, the choice is yours. You can delay, you can ignore, you can make excuses. But if you do, you remain bound, you remain stuck, you remain waiting while your blessing passes by. Or you can act, you can cleanse, you can obey. And when you do, heaven responds. Do not let one more day pass. Do not let one more blessing slip. Every day you wait is a day stolen from your destiny. Every day you delay is a day darkness regains ground. But every day you act is a day of freedom, a day of alignment, a day of acceleration. Clean now, rise. Now, delay and remain bound. Chosen one, this is your moment of courage. This is your moment of obedience. This is your moment to prove that you are not just called, you are chosen. Say it aloud with me. I will rise, I will act, I will obey. You cannot keep living in the old patterns. You cannot keep carrying the old weight. You cannot keep dwelling in the old atmosphere. A new season is here. A new chapter is opening. But the key is in your hands. And the key is cleansing. Do not underestimate what God is about to do. When you obey, blessings will rush in. Peace will flood your heart. Clarity will sharpen your mind. Strength will rise in your soul. Doors will open that were shut for years. And the very people who mocked you will witness your rise. But it starts now. It starts with you. It starts with the decision to cleanse. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. Chosen one, rise. Chosen one, act. Chosen one, obey. This is not just about you. This is about everyone connected to your destiny. When you cleanse, generations are impacted. When you rise, others rise. When you obey, chains break not just for you, but for those who will come after you. So I speak it over you one last time. Do not let one more day pass. Do not let one more blessing slip. You have carried enough. You have waited enough. You have cried enough. Now it is time to step into what has been prepared for you. And if you are ready, declare it. Write it in the comments right now. I am cleansed. Let heaven see it. Let the enemy hear it. Let your own soul know it. Type it boldly as a declaration of faith. I am cleansed. And if this message has confirmed what your spirit already knew, do not leave without sealing it. Like this video, subscribe, join this movement of the chosen, because this is only the beginning. Together, we rise. Together, we obey. Together, we walk into destiny. Chosen one, your future is waiting. Your blessings are ready. Heaven is aligned. Now it's your turn. Cleanse, obey, and rise.